Welcome back, Truth Seeker. We're going to do the NFL Divisional Round Decode. This is round one. I think I'll come back tomorrow night and do a follow-up video if I have any thoughts. I'm sure I will in the next 24 hours. Let me make sure that people are able to get logged in here before we get going. Let's see if the link's working. People are able to. Looks like the link's working. Rick's got the message. Let's focus and not fight. Exactly. Okay, so the live chat's working. That's good. People are able to get in. All right. While we wait for other people to get in here, let's just review last game. Last week we had 4 games. We liked the Colts over the Texans the most, and rightfully so. There was a huge 35 ritual in this game. 35th game between the two teams. The Texans could fall to 3-5. Deshaun Watson could become 14-9, a bit like 149, the 35th prime. And there was another one in there that I'm not thinking of right now. But we saw a very clear theme with the Colts. We said that was the safest pick of the week, and it was a good call. Cowboys-Seahawks was tight. We favored the Cowboys because if the Seahawks lost, including their playoffs, they'd fall to 10-7 on the season. Seattle's 107. Pete Carroll born on the day, leaving 107 days left in the year. That was one of the deciding factors. Also, Russell Wilson's loss record made a perfect sense overall and on the road against the Cowboys. So we went with the Cowboys there. Sunday was rough. I thought the Chargers-Ravens was the toughest game to call of the week. And I pointed out that the Eagles had all the numbers that they needed for last season, or all the numbers that lined up. And, well, they ended up prevailing again with those numbers. But last week, what tipped me the wrong way on both of these games was the ref jersey number. You know, the ref jersey number was very favorable for both home teams, and both home teams lost, which hurt because in the time we'd been using the ref jersey number, it had been a great indicator. So got to store that mental nugget away, the ref jersey number. Maybe not so much of a lock in the playoffs this year. The thing that was scary for the Ravens is if Lamar Jackson lost at home, he'd become 4-1 at home, and Baltimore equals 41. Also like the 13th prime, big number on this 99th NFL season. And Phillip Rivers had a chance to become 5-5 in the playoffs in his 10th game, and that's a powerful combination, 55-10. Again, 55, the 10th triangular, the 10th Fibonacci, and that's the way it went. And remember, 2006-2007 playoffs, the Chargers and Patriots met in the divisional round. They're going to do it again. And we talked about how similar these playoffs were, 2006-07 to this year. Eagles-Bears, again, the ref jersey number seemed good for the Bears. The one concern for the Bears was they could pick up their 19th playoff loss on a date with 19 numerology, and they did. They also had the chance to become 18-18 in the 2018-19 season, and we saw the field goal go off the upright that would have gave them an 18-point win, so it wasn't meant to be. Nick Foles, remember, Nick equals 26, flag 26, 26 date numerology, the Eagles' 26th playoff appearance. It was 351 days after Nick Foles' birthday this game. 351 is the 26th triangular number. Just like how this season began on the 26th of Elul, a 26 date numerology, and the Falcons were at 351 franchise wins. And we saw that the Eagles would win that one. It would be a 26 ritual, and it was. All touchdowns scored by 26. What's interesting is the Eagles are going to play again this week on a date with 26 numerology. And the other thing we speculated on last week before the games were played is in the AFC, we had a 1 seed versus 6 seed. We said, could it happen in the NFC too, a 1 versus 6? Kind of like 16, 53 is the 16th prime number. And that's what we have now, a 1 seed versus 6 seed in the NFC. Plus, notice in 2006-2007, Philadelphia played at New Orleans on January 13th in the Superdome, just like they're going to do this year. So we have 2 rematches from the playoffs in 2006-2007, which was the Super Bowl that ended with Super Bowl 41. 41, the 13th prime number, 13 coming back to 99. So New England, San Diego, a repeat of the past, and New Orleans, Philadelphia. Quick observation. Next week's conference championship games are on January 20th, 2019. That date's going to have 60 numerology, 33, 15, 40, and 21. Plus it's the 20th of the month. As we decode, pay attention if any of these numbers pop up. So let's go and start with the Colts at the Chiefs. At the moment, let me get this up here. At the moment, the Chiefs are a 5.5-point favorite. The over-under at 57. The game's going to be on a date with a life lesson number of 25. The name luck equals 25. The last time the Chiefs won a playoff game was January 8th, 1994. That was 25 years ago. It's also a date with 16 numerology. 53 is the 16th prime number. Luck can become 5-3 in the playoffs with a win. A little bit like 53. With regards to the game being on January 12th, 1/12, kind of like 112. Andrew Luck's 112. Horseshoe's 112. Chiefs is also 112. For the head-to-head, the Colts are 12-9 against the Chiefs. Oh, that's not supposed to say playoffs. That's regular season. The Colts are 12-9 against the Chiefs in the regular season, and the Colts are 4-0 against the Chiefs in the playoffs, which means this will be the 5th playoff game, and the Colts are 16-9 all time. This will be the 26th game between the two teams. Colts are 16-9. We do have a date with 16 numerology. We can look at their head-to-head real quick. All right. So the last time they met in the playoffs was January 4th, 2014. That was a date with 19 numerology. Part of the reason we like the Colts to advance to play against the Chiefs. You might recall that was a big miracle comeback. The Colts were way down. That's back when Alex Smith was on the Chiefs. Big comeback to win it 45-44. The last time they met in the regular season, October 30th, 2016. But the Colts 4-0 against the Chiefs, all in the era of being Indianapolis. And 2 of those games have been at Kansas City. They beat the Chiefs in Kansas City January 11th, 2004 in the playoffs. So that was 15 years ago now. 47, the 15th prime. And also in 96. So 23 years ago. For Andrew Luck, this is his 8th playoff game. He's 4-3 right now, and he's 2-3 on the road. And again, if he wins, he'll be 5-3. Very special number, 53. Plus it's the year of Super Bowl 53. And if he won, he'd be 3-3 on the road, and that would set him up for next week. If he won, he'd be playing on a date with 33 numerology against, well, assuming the Patriots won, he'd be playing against Tom Brady. So 12 seasons ago, the Colts and the Patriots met in the playoffs. And think about how Tom Brady and Andrew Luck both wear the number 12. Back then it was Manning on the Colts. This time it would be Andrew Luck. It's Luck's 94th game. He's 57-36 and 25-23 on the road. And Luck is 2-1 against the Chiefs. So again, we have that 25-date numerology. Luck equals 25. He has 25 road wins coming in. For Mahomes, it's his 18th game. If he were to advance, he'd make it to his 19th game. It is the 2018-19 season. He's 13-4 and 7-1 at home. Again, we have 13-date numerology as well. So somebody's going to advance past the number that they're already sitting on that corresponds with the date numerology. If he lost, his season would end at this season would end at 13. Again, it's the 99th NFL season. Patrick Mahomes Jr. equals 72 as well as 99. I know Arrowhead Stadium's 99. I want to see what the other value is. Arrowhead Stadium. It's also 72. So if he lost, he would be 7-2 at home, and the Chiefs would be 7-2 at home for the season as well. And the curse would continue. It would be 25 years since they last won at home on a date with 25 numerology. And again, 13 has the relationship with 99. Mahomes has not faced the Colts yet. The game is 122 days after Luck's birthday, or a span of 123. Kansas City has the Gematria of 122. The game's 117 days, or a span of 118 after Mahomes' birthday. Just a reminder, 13 does equal 117. 118 is often associated with death. It could be the end of a season. For the coaches, Frank Reich is 11-6 as a head coach. And he's a rookie. He's 1-0 in the playoffs so far. Andy Reid is 1-4 in the playoffs with the Chiefs. He's 11-13 all time. If he won, he would get his 12th win. If he lost, he'd get his 14th loss. KC is 14 in the most pure cipher. KC's also 13. We have this 13-date numerology. Andy Reid is 66-35 overall as the coach of the Chiefs. Again, this is the Colts' 66th season. Colts equals 66. He could be stopped at 66 wins. What was interesting about the Andy Reid's birthday is his upcoming birthday later this year is 66 days after this game, or a span of 67. 67 is the 19th prime. Again, Reid's trying to get his 67th win all time with the Chiefs. The ref in this game is John Hussey, number 35. John Hussey, number 35. And he wears the number 144. Again, this is the Colts. I should make a note about that here. Colts, 35 years in Indy. They moved there in 84. That was the big number for the Colts last week. The 35, it went in their favor. John Hussey and Gematria equals 144, 126, 45, 45. And let me see. It was if Mahomes got the win, he would improve to 14-4, kind of like 144. Make a note of that here. I want to come down here real quick. I was just looking at the potential matchups next week. If the Colts advanced, they'd play either the Patriots or the Chargers. If they face the Patriots, it would be the 82nd game all time between the two teams, which is an interesting number because New England Patriots equals 82, and Vesica Pisces also has the Gematria of 82. So that's a special number. It's the Rams' 82nd season. The Colts could also play the Chargers potentially if they did meet in the playoffs, it would be the 30th game all time. The Chargers lead 18-11, meaning they could potentially pick up their 19th win against the Colts if they faced. And then from the Chiefs' perspective, if they advanced and they played the Patriots, it would be the 37th game all time between the two teams. 37 is interesting because Patriots equals 37. The Chiefs lead the Patriots 18-15-3. Theoretically, if they met, the Patriots would have a chance to get their 16th win, 53-16 prime Patriots 53. The Chiefs and Chargers could also potentially meet, the division matchup. It would be the 119th game all time. And, I mean, 119 is a special number, but I don't see how it necessarily factors into this season or, you know, with the names of either team. So just some thoughts there. Seems to me that out of the numbers on the board, the juiciest is the 82nd, just because of how that number jives with Vesica Pisces, like 53 in the year of Super Bowl 53. Okay, let me come out to the chat and see what you guys are thinking out here. So John has a really great observation, and this goes into what I heard Chris Collinsworth say earlier this season. John writes, Brady can pick up his 99th career away win in Arrowhead Stadium, 99, against Patrick Mahomes Jr., 99. And the last time these two teams played was 99 days total ago. And also January equals 99. And let's just go back and look at that game. Colts Chiefs box score. Oops. Typed in the wrong thing. Patriots Chiefs box score. Patriots were the first team to give Kansas City a loss this year. 83 combined points, the big football number. Tom Brady's birthday, August 3rd. That game was October 14th. October 14th. Kind of like the date of the World Series, or kind of like the 114th World Series, where Boston won it 99 days before the Super Bowl. Let's measure from October 14th. 2018. So they would play January 20th, 2019. That's 98 days later, which is a number that matters too, because Kansas City Chiefs equals 98. Patriots equals 98. New England Patriots equals 98. And Tom Brady equals 98. Part of the reason we knew the Patriots were the shoe-in for last season. Remember, they opened up last season to those two teams facing each other, and the Chiefs won that the opener, the 98th NFL season. And then if you count the span, it's also 99 days. New England, 99. And then, like we said, Arrowhead Stadium, 99. With the S, Arrowhead Stadium is 81. They could improve to 8-1 at home, Arrowhead Stadium. And that's also true for Patrick Mahomes Jr. There's one S there too, so it could also be 81. So let me go back and just make that note. You don't want to forget your S exception. If Chiefs won and Patriots, they could rematch a span of 99 days from their October 14 game. And was that game a primetime game? Let me come back and look. Was it Sunday Night Football? Was this game Sunday Night Football? '18. The reason I want to know if it was Sunday Night Football It's because Sunday Night Football also equals 99. It was. So that was Sunday Night Football. That's a big deal. And again, I've been repeating it over and over. I did hear Chris Collinsworth say earlier this season, it might have even been in this game. I think it was before. I think it was earlier in the year. Well, wait, what week was this? Yeah, it would have been a little bit early in the year. It was like week 3, week 4, maybe week 5 at the latest. But Collinsworth made this comment about how he saw the Chiefs winning the conference the way they got off to that hot start. And he said there's only one team that could come into Arrowhead and beat them. It's the Patriots. So it's almost like they told us. All right, let me see what else is going on here. Maverick says he sees a reflection between Mahomes and Marino with the TD records. Great observation. Is that what they call Kansas City, the Sea of Red? That's an interesting thing. Oh, Sports Gematria is saying that Luck is 3-1 against the Chiefs because Pro Football Reference doesn't count the playoffs. Okay, I see. So it's only got the regular season. Okay, all right. So if he lost, he would be 3-2, and Kansas City and Chiefs both equal 32. And we have this 32 date numerology. So thank you, Pro Sports. That makes Luck's win-loss record fall in line with the date numerology and against the team. 32 date, he could become 3-2. Kansas City and Chiefs both 32. NFL's 32 as well. 32 teams. America's 32. All right. The guy in here attacking John, please stop. Chacon says the Colts can get their 12th win on the 12th. Andrew Luck is number 12. Patrick Mahomes is number 15. That's interesting about the 48 and 84 with Marino and Mahomes. David Gasher says, look at Mahomes' birthday and the Colts Chiefs record, and you'll have your answer. All right, let's take another look at Patrick Mahomes' birthday. Let's see. Patrick Mahomes' birthday, September 17th, so 17-9. And we saw how the birthday worked out last week for Deshaun Watson, but not for Lamar Jackson. So if the Colts won, they'd be 17-9 all time against the Chiefs, like Patrick Mahomes' birthday. I'll make a note about that. Last week, that strategy was 50-50, though. We got to keep that in mind. 17-9, like Mahomes' 17-9 birthday. 179 is the 41st prime number, too, which factors into 13. Baltimore's 41. You know, we saw Lamar Jackson become 4-1 at home last week, which was my fear. Andrew Luck's birthday is September 12th. Born on the 12th. Where's the number 12? Okay. Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of 66 with the Colts. The coach, Andrew Austin Luck, too. Yeah, good point. If the Colts fell to 4-1 in the playoffs versus KC, again, 41 is a lot like Baltimore. The Colts are originally from Baltimore. We just saw the 41 ritual with Baltimore last week. The Colts are 23-23 in the playoffs. We saw that happen last week. And the Chiefs are 9-18. So the 19th loss, we saw the Bears pick up their 19th loss last week on a 19-date numerology. The difference this week is we don't have the 19-date. John, I don't know where you got the stat about the Colts picking up their 16th career playoff loss. I don't know where that came from because that's not correct. Just trying to get caught up where you guys are in the comments talking about this game. Hold on. What's up, Jeremy? Jacon's looking at player number 53 on the Colts. Jacan says the current points between these teams is 550 to 523. I wish you finished that sentence out and said who leads in points. 523, the 99th prime. All right. Oh, 16th away loss. Okay. All right. We'll come back and review all these games. I'm just running over your guys' notes real quick, see if anybody has anything to chime in there. I think it is a really important observation. Again, I've been talking about it throughout the season, how Chris Collinsworth seemingly foreshadowed a Chiefs Patriots AFC championship in Kansas City. And, you know, it's hard to overlook those 99s. Spanning 99 days since the Chiefs and Patriots played to the AFC championship. Arrowhead Stadium 99, Patrick Mahomes Jr. 99, New England 99. They met on Sunday Night Football 99. That's a lot of 99. So, and Chiefs and Patriots, they've played each other 36 times. The next game would be the 37th. Again, Patriots does equal 37. I think that'd be favorable for the Patriots too. They'd have that chance to get the 16th win, 53, the 16th prime to advance to the Super Bowl. And Patriots is 53 too. But the one thing that looks the most important to me about the Colts is that Andrew Luck with a win could improve to 5-3 in the playoffs. And then if the Colts and Patriots met, it would be a rematch of the AFC Championship from 12 years ago with number 12 versus number 12. And the Patriots could potentially get their 53rd win against the Colts if that was the AFC Championship in the 82nd game where Vesica Pisces equals 53 and 82. So, I mean, that's a narrative that makes a little bit of sense too. And then you get that Baltimore thing, because we know that this season has a lot to do with the War of 1812, but we have already seen the Baltimore Ravens get knocked off. So the only team that carries the Baltimore narrative now is the Colts, originally from Baltimore. All right, let me close this. Yeah, that's why I've been saying for a while now. I have to go back through my notes. I have a blog post from last season when Andrew Luck got put on the shelf. There was some big riddle with Super Bowl 54, and the Colts have won all their Super Bowls in Miami. Again, the Colts once were the Miami Seahawks. Okay, let's go to the next game. We got a disagreement on the Colts and Chiefs. Cowboys, Rams. So we have 52-date numerology, Los Angeles Rams 52. We have 25-date numerology, Goff 25. We have 16-date numerology, 32, the America number, Dallas America's team's playing. And we got 13-date numerology, LA and Dallas both equal 13. The Cowboys are 13-12 in the regular season against the Rams. 13-12. They're tied 4-4 in the playoffs. This will be the 9th playoff game in the 99th NFL season. So the Cowboys lead 17-16 all time. And this will be the 34th game. Can we have the 16-date numerology? The Cowboys can get their 12th win of the season. Los Angeles equals 37, the 12th prime, counting the regular season and playoffs. For Dak, it's his third playoff game. He's 1-1 and 0-0 on the road. First time playing on the road in the playoffs. Los Angeles equals 37, the 12th prime. If he lost, he'd become 1-2 in the playoffs in Los Angeles. It's Dak's 51st game. He's 33-17 and 15-9 on the road. He could get his 16th win on a 16 date, facing number 16, Jared Goff. If he did become 16-9 on the road, that looks a little bit like 169, which has a square root of 13. LA, Dallas, both 13. We got the 13 date, the 16 date. The problem here is it's Goff's 40th game, and he's 24-15 and 11-9 at home, meaning he could pick up his 25th win on the 25 date or his 16th loss. Funny how his stats end up that way. Goff's 1-0 against the Cowboys so far. The game is 167 days or a span of 168 after Dak's birthday. The game's 90 days or a span of 91 after Goff's birthday. 91, the 13th triangular. Big number there with LA. Jason Garrett is 2-2 in the playoffs. America equals 32. We got a caller. Hello?
Hello, is this Zach?
Yeah, are you calling? Are you part of this live stream right now?
Yeah, I am. It's Wolfstool. How's it going?
Hey, man, what's up?
Nothing. Are we on right now?
Yeah, we're doing the live stream right now.
Oh, all right. I did some decodes on the game. What games were you talking about? Sorry, I guess my stream is delayed.
Are you on Patreon? We're doing the live stream on Patreon right now. We're going through all 4 games.
Oh, all right. Because I got a lot of 16s with the Cowboys. I could favor them to win. As we know, 16 is the 53 is the 16th prime. Sorry, I was pulling my stuff up. I didn't realize I was going to connect to you this quick. Give me a second here. I just want to get that post up I had.
You probably saw that Goff could get his 16th loss and Dak could get his 16th road win.
Yes. Jerry Jones can get his 16th playoff win as the owner.
That's interesting.
Cowboys.
The game's also 13 weeks after Jerry Jones' birthday, too.
Yeah, and it's a 16th meeting at the Rams between the teams. What was it? Jason Garrett currently has 61 losses. What was I going to do? Oh, well, I guess a game, the Patriot-Chargers game, there's a lot of 22 and 79 that I've been seeing with it lately. And also, something I found interesting, so Brady's 8-2 versus the Chargers right now. So if he loses, he'd be 8-3. His birthday's 8/3. It's his 38th home game or 38th playoff game. The game's 163 days after his birthday. 163 is the 38th prime. I'm all over. I'm usually more prepared than this. Yeah. Oh, and one thing, the Patriots and the Chargers met during the AFL Championship back in 1963, which was the 44th NFL season. And the Chargers won 51-10, So they won by 41 points. Brady's 41 years old, and it's some 61. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
So I don't know. A while ago, when I called into the radio show, I just made a connection with how the the 88 season. So we're in the 99 season. The 88 season, the Patriots lost in the Super Bowl. 77 season, the Patriots lost in the Super Bowl. 66 season, the Patriots lost in the Super Bowl. The 55th, they went 7-7. And then the 44th, they lost in the AFL Championship game. The 33rd season, NFL season, was the year Belichick was born. The 22nd NFL season was the year Robert Kraft was born. So there's definitely a connection to them in these double number seasons.
Huh. Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, we were looking at how the Patriots and Chiefs, they last played each other 99 days before the championship game on Sunday Night Football 99, and both teams have the big 99 connections.
Yeah, I think the Colts are going to win that game, but you never know.
You like Andrew Luck becoming 5-3 in the playoffs?
Yeah, he's 5-3. Get his 26th road win. Andy Reid would stay at 206 wins in his career. Game 66 days after Andy Reid's birthday. The Colts are in their 66th season. So far, all the QBs making their playoff debut have lost. Trubisky, Jackson, and Watson.
Right. Right.
Then Luck could get his 58th win, and I think it's the 60th anniversary of the greatest game ever played, which was in 1958. The Colts beat the Giants.
Right.
Then the Colts, they played earlier this year, and I think the Colts had a comeback win. I'm trying to see if I had any good nuggets in here. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, if you want to organize it and then call back, you're welcome to. We're just going to keep moving through the games. We're focusing game by game right now. We're on the Cowboys game.
All right.
All right. Thanks, man.
Keep going.
All right. See you. All right. So his stat about Jerry Jones's 16th playoff win. Maybe we need to go back and look at all the owners. Man, guess might as well have as many facts on the table as possible. But the 16 thing is really jumping at me in this game too. And the Rams just aren't that good at home. They play better on the road than at home. Because it is very interesting how we have the 16 day and Dak can get the 16th road win and Goff can get the 16th loss. 53 the 16th prime. Los Angeles is also 53 the 16th prime where the game is. So very interesting there. Let's see. Jason Garrett, if he won, he'd become 3-2 in the playoffs on a date with 32 numerology. America's 32. Dallas, America's team. McVay and Goff do have a shot at their 25th win, though, again, on that 25 date, and Goff does equal 25. So it makes it thin there. The game's 353 days after McVay's birthday. That's the 71st prime number. I believe that connected to either team name, though. The ref in this game is John Perry, a number 132, United States of America 132. Again, that just makes me think of the America's team, the Cowboys. John Perry equals 53, the 16th prime. 46, Dallas, Texas is 46. 125, 118. Dallas, Texas, and Los Angeles, California are both 118. Oh, Dallas, Texas is already 71. Okay, there was a connection there. Game's not in Dallas, Texas, though. Let me see. Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones. Yeah, Jerry Jones really can't get his 16th win in the playoffs. That is something else right there. Let me come out to the chat and see what you guys are thinking here. So for 9 and 11 in the Saints, if you look at that number in reverse, 911, it's 119. Vatican's 119. So is Francis, and we have seen the Saints synced up with the Pope this year. That's the correlation with that number in the Saints. Devon Rogers is saying, "Come on, let's work together." He's right on. Jason Garrett's upcoming birthday, if I remember right, is 53 days from the Super Bowl. I remember talking about that earlier in the year, just looking for all the 53 riddles. I do believe the Super Bowl's 53 days from Jason Garrett's birthday. Jerry Jones bought a $250 million yacht the size of a football field, huh? Paul Allen used to have one of those too. It took up all of Lake Union in Seattle. Yeah, I saw Robert Kraft get that prize from Israel. Yeah, that a lot of people in the video. Did you guys see the death of the Chargers player last week on January 3rd? The story was just announced last night. Big 13 ritual with I can't even think of his name right now. We also saw Phillip Rivers have his 9th child announced. The coming of his 9th child after they got their 9th win this season, the Chargers. I'm just going through you guys' comments right now. See if anybody's got anything big that we really need to look at here. Okay, I'm not. Somebody said there was a comment about the Rams up here. It must be a ways up. If you guys didn't argue, this would be quicker. Yeah, Jacon has the comment about Jason Garrett in his 9th season coaching, going on age 53, which is 53 days after Super Bowl 53. Yeah, I remember looking at it at the beginning of the year. I said, that is an interesting alignment. That's funny about the Cowboys and Patriots, 9 and 11, huh? All right, hold up. Well, it looks like a lot of us are feeling this Cowboys upset, huh? I think the Rams are a pretty solid favorite. So John says Rams can improve to 11 and 8 in divisional round in Los Angeles, California. So that's a good point. 118 is a big Los Angeles number. That also means they could fall to 10 and 9, and unfortunately, that's a Los Angeles number as well. Just using the alphabetic order, Los Angeles is 109. So they could fall to 10 and 9 in the divisional round as well. So that could go either way and make sense. Hate when it's that way, but sometimes it is. Just so you guys know, I'm not going to make any official calls. 10 and 9 is 10 and 9. 109 is also the 29th prime number, big football number 29. I'm not going to make any official calls on any games tonight. I'm planning to do another video tomorrow night at the same time because I just want to have a discussion today and think about it and let it marinate. Sometimes I wake up and I get these feelings in the morning. Like last week, I woke up on Sunday and I just had a bad feeling about the Ravens. I said that was the riskiest game. It's just that 4-1 was staring me in the face. So, all right, hold on. Let's look at the next game. So those are our Saturday games. And I mean, right now, if you ask me who I'm hedging towards on this game, I like the Cowboys to upset the Rams. I think there's a good look there. Rams would finish their season on 13 wins. Just Dallas's numbers with the 16 thing is because that 16 is huge this year. 53, the 16th prime, and the 16s could go both ways. Okay, Chargers, Patriots. These teams met in 2006, 2007 in the divisional round, and New England won at San Diego, 24-21, 45 points. New England 45. So I think my head-to-head for Tom Brady, or I'm going to have to come check with you guys because I use the pro reference stats. I guess those are missing the playoffs. But we have 53-date numerology, Patriots in Los Angeles 53. We have 33-date numerology. That's the Tom number. Tom's 33. The Patriots are 22-14-2 against the Chargers in the regular season. Patriots lead the playoffs 2-1. So the Patriots lead 24-15-2 all time. And this is the 42nd game. It's Rivers' 11th playoff game. He's 5-5 and 3-3 away. If he did win another game, he would become 4-3 away. Chargers is 43 football number. It's Rivers' 219th game overall. He's 123-95 and 55-55 away. I have a feeling this stat's wrong here about Rivers being 1-5 against the Patriots. Because that's from the Pro Football Reference. If we're missing. Okay, so he needs 2 more for the playoffs. So Rivers is 1-7 right now. Is that right? Rivers is 1-7 against the Patriots right now. Is that correct? Rivers is 1-7. He is 1-6. Okay, so it's +1. Okay. All right. So if he loses, he'll be 1-7 like his jersey number. Okay. If he won, though, he'd become 2-6 on a date with 26 numerology. Okay. That means Brady's stats against the Chargers aren't right, too. I'm going to come down and see what you guys got for Brady's stats against the Chargers. But what I did notice is Brady's next home win is his 137th, and Chargers equals 137. And I'm actually mad at myself that I didn't talk about that last week because I forgot that. I didn't know that his next one was going to be his 137th. Hello?
Hello.
Are you part of the live stream right now?
Yeah, what's up? This is Johnny.
Oh, what's up, man?
If you look at the record with Rivers against the Patriots on Pro Reference, below the regular season counts will be the playoff counts. You just add it to the total.
Say it again, John.
I said when you look at the record for Rivers versus Patriots on Pro Reference, below the regular season numbers is a separate area for playoffs that you just add it to the total count.
All right, hold on. So it's in the split, you're saying?
Well, no, if you just look at the game logs and then you choose it against New England Patriots, and then it'll show all the games that he's played against the New England Patriots, and then below that, show all the playoff games. You just add the records together.
This is on Pro Football Reference?
Yeah.
Okay. Pro Football Reference had him as 1-5 against the Patriots. And
Yeah, but see now, go over where it says game logs and just kind of scroll the mouse up to it. At the top, see how it says game logs, splits, fantasy, touchdowns,
all right.
plays.
So I went to game logs and I want against the New England Patriots.
Well, scroll over it now, click career, yeah, and then go to New England Patriots, and then it'll show the regular season. See, yeah.
Okay. So 1-5 in the regular season, they got him, and 0-2 in the playoffs. So he's 1-7 right now.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Appreciate it, John.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, man. Okay, so he's 1-7 against the Patriots according to Pro Football Reference, and I saw you guys posting different things. Somebody said he's 0-7, but I don't know. I'm seeing 1-5 regular season, 0-2 playoffs right here. So it looks like 1-7 to me. All right, so I'm gonna need to do the same thing here for old Tom Brady. Game logs. Career, San Diego Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers, 6-2. So Brady's 8-2. Okay, Brady is 8-2 against the Chargers. So the guy who called in earlier, he was pointing out that if Brady lost, he'd hit that magic number 8-3, like his August 3rd birthday, where football's 83. The thing about him becoming 9-2, though, is it's the 99th NFL season. So it doesn't necessarily have to be 8-3 just because that's his birthday. You know, it's not a given. The 9th and the 99th NFL season. 45, the 9th triangular, New England 45. It's the 11th game, 9 wins in 11 games. The game is 36 days or a span of 37 after Rivers' 37th birthday. Patriots in Los Angeles, 37. There's that article about how the Patriots are worth $3.7 billion published when Robert Kraft just won that Nobel Prize from Israel or whatever it is. The game's 163 days or a span of 164 after Brady's birthday. 163 is the 38th prime. Made me think of how the last time he played, it was San Diego. San Diego's 38. It's Brady's 38th playoff game as well. Again, there's big parallels with this 2006-2007 season. The Colts and Patriots met in 2006-2007 in the conference championship. The Colts had beat KC in the wild card round and the Ravens in the divisional round before the Colts and Patriots met. The Colts and Patriots could meet again 12 years later. It's possible. For the coaches, Anthony Lynn's 22-11 with the Chargers. He could get his 12th loss. Patriots equals 37. Whoops, that's the 12th prime. A fitting team to get loss number 12 against. And all-time, he could get his 13th loss as well. It doesn't have to come this week, but 13. This game is on January 13th, keep in mind. January 13th here. Belichick 27-10 with the Patriots in the playoffs. He's 28 and 11 in the playoffs all time, counting his time with the Browns. Belichick's 252-89 all time. His next win will be his 253rd. The National Football League equals 253. It's the 22nd triangular number, 22 men on the field. The ref in this game is Ron Torbert, number 62. Ron Torbert, number 62. Again, Ron Torbert's name, 55, 62, 125, 145. Last year, 62 was a magic number for Brady all season until he got to the Super Bowl. You know, we've had Brady and the Patriots pegged for the Super Bowl all season, or at least I have, him being 41 years old, the Super Bowl number. Obviously, I favor the Patriots to win this game, especially in light of the fact that Tom Brady can get his 137th win at home, and Chargers equals 137. So that seems to be the most clear stat. That jumps out to me about anything that we're looking at here that's on the board. And then we also talked about that thing with the Chiefs and Patriots playing 99 days before the conference championship. So those are some big ones. Let's just take a look at the owner thing. I need to go back and do this for all of them. This could be crucial for the playoffs, the owners. Robert Kraft, his next playoff win is his 31st. His next playoff loss is his 15th. Notice it's going to be the 45th game, the 45th game of the playoffs for Robert Kraft. That's big because New England's 45. And the last time they played, the Chargers and Patriots played, the game summed to 45 points, 24-21. Here's the other thing I'm thinking about. New England's 171. That's the 18th triangular number. If Rivers loses, he'll be 1-8 against the Patriots. Where did that go? So he could become 1-8. The 2018-19 season. Well, Brandon, we've used those stats all season, so we've used those same stats all year to call games. I don't think it's wrong to use those stats, not at all. So even if that is the case, that's what we've always used. And remember, that's the other big riddle we've been talking about. Not Bill Belichick. Nick Saban last year at age 66 got his 6th championship in the Atlanta building. Bill Belichick can do the same thing this year. And I just want to show you guys this real quick. Last night, a woman called in and said that if the Saints and Patriots met in the Super Bowl, and she remembered the 666 thing. Where did it go? Shoot. I just want you to see right here. The Saints logo. what it's called, it has a Gematria 666. So that'd be a great team to get the 666 riddle against, if it is to be. Again, Battle of New Orleans 99. From the Battle of New Orleans anniversary to the Super Bowl is 26 days later. This season has a lot to do with 26. The AFC can get his 26th Super Bowl. Remember when Nick Saban did it, who used to coach with Bill Belichick, he won with 26 points, tying Bear Bryant. Yeah, Brady's birthday can be written 3-8 as well. Yeah, Belichick's 66. That's a good thought there too, John. 35, we know that's the Tom Brady number. Tom Brady equals 35. He's got the 35 birth numerology. And I do like here that it's Robert Kraft's 45th playoff game. That's symbolic. Their first playoff game of this 99th NFL season, New England 45-99. So should have got the Chargers last week because of this. This was a huge drop. And I knew that Brady's next home one was, I can't believe I didn't think about that last week when we were doing the decodes. Ooh. All right, let's look at Eagles Saints too. Make sure I got all your guys' comments. Lakin, every week you're like writing big statements with emojis, and you're not right week after week, man. So you got to humble up. You had the Ravens winning the Super Bowl, and I forget what else. You were real confident about something else recently, talking big. You got to humble up, man. Yeah, all the top teams were 13-3 last year. Football's 133, so is Minnesota. All right, let's talk about the next game. Let's talk about the next game here. Eagles Saints. What scares me right away is 26 is on the board again. And this is the number the Eagles own. They had it last week, and it's the whole number that defined their season a year ago. So it's just like, God, there it is again. 26 again. And again, these teams did meet in the 2006-2007 season in the divisional round on January 13th. They played each other 12 years ago on this date. The Saints emerged victorious 27-24. And that year, the date numerology was it's 2007, so 41 date numerology, also 21. And 14. So the Eagles lead the regular season 16-12. New Orleans leads the playoffs 2-1. The Eagles lead 17-14 all time. And we have 17 and 14 date numerology. So can't get a read from the date numerology and record. For Foles, this is his 6th playoff game. 6th equals 26, like Nick, like Flag. like how Philadelphia equals 101 the 26th prime. Bulls is 4-1 in the playoffs and 2-0 on the road. So he's either going to become 4-2 or 5-1. And the score in this game was 51 combined points years ago. 51. It's Foles' 50th game. He's 30-19 and 13-10 on the road. We do have a 14-date numerology. He could pick up his 14th road win. He's never played the Saints before. For Breeze, it's his 14th playoff game. He's 7-6 and 5-1 at home. If he won, he'd become 6-1. Philadelphia equals 61. Last week, the Eagles scored their winning touchdown with 61 seconds left in the game. Or the drive, or that final play started with 1:01, which is 61 seconds. It's also 1:01. So Breeze could become 6-1 at home. He would become 8-6 on the season if he got his, or he'd get his, not in the season, in the playoffs. He'd become 8-6. If you write out 8 with the alphabetic order, it sums to 49 like Eagles. The 6th home win has the connection to 26 as well. For Breeze, it's his 277th game. He's 162 and 114 and 89 and 48 at home. 277 is the 59th prime. Revelation equals 59, just because Philadelphia's named from Revelation. 59, the 17th prime. We had that 17 date. What's concerning is he could get his 49th home loss. Eagles is 49 as well. Breeze is... hold on. Let me double check because I didn't count the playoffs here. Let's see. All right, Breeze versus the Eagles. So he's 4-3 and 2-0. So he's 6-3. Okay, so he's 6-3 against Philadelphia. New Orleans Saints does equal 64. Know that. All right, Breeze 2-0 in the playoffs. The games last week, Nick Foles had the magic alignment. It was 351 days after his birthday. That's the 26th triangular. This week, not quite as magical. It's 358 days or a span of 359, meaning it's 7 days or a span of 8 to his upcoming birthday. He's going to turn 30. Eagles equals 113, the 30th prime. Nothing was really jumping out about the game comes right after Drew Brees' birthday. He's going to turn 40. He's not going to be on 39 anymore. Doug Peterson is 4-0 in the playoffs. If he lost, he'd be 4-1, like how he won the Super Bowl last year with 41 points, 41 the 13th prime. He's 33-19 all-time with the Eagles. If he won, he'd get his 34th win and stay at 19 losses versus the Saints. Saints is 19, as we know. You guys missed what I did today in my live stream. I talked about the death of the Louisiana policewoman. She was killed at 8:20 on January 9th. Saints is 19-82. 8:20 p.m. on 1/9. Her name equaled 64 like New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton is 7-5 in the playoffs. National Football League's 85. Philadelphia is the land of the 76ers in basketball. He could fall to 7-6 with a loss. Nothing getting too clever there. He's 125-79 all time. Games were Well, Doug Peterson, his upcoming birthday on January 31st is a span of 19 days away. Saints 19. That's interesting. And, for Peyton, the game is on his 16th day of his age. Again, 53, the 16th prime. Game is on a date with 53 numerology. The ref, Carl Sheffers, number 51. Carl Sheffers equals 59, 67, 104, 220. 59 is the 17th prime. We do have the 17 date numerology. 67 is the 19th prime, the big Saints number. 12 years ago, again to the day, New Orleans did beat Philadelphia. That game was in New Orleans as well. So, in the NFC, if the Eagles advance, they could potentially face the Rams. If they face the Rams, it would be the 43rd game all time. If the Saints advanced and faced the Rams, it would be the 76th game all time. If the Eagles advance, they could also potentially face the Cowboys. That would be the 121st game all time. Revelation's 121. And don't forget that Eagles, Revelation, Dallas, they all have Gematria 49 too, the other Revelation number. And then you'd have a division matchup there, NFC North teams. NFC East, excuse me. So, and the other thing that you can see in that is the Cowboys lead the Eagles 68-52. If the Eagles did it again, they'd get their 53rd win all time, heading to Super Bowl 53. The other potential matchup is the Cowboys and Saints. This would be the 30th game between these two teams. Dallas has the Gematria of 113, the 30th prime. Cowboys is also 30. The Cowboys lead 17-12. In that matchup, you'd have to favor the Saints because they could get their 13th win. 13-99, peas in a pod. So, I mean, honestly, looking at these four matchups, to me, the one that really makes my eyeballs pop is this one because there's a 53 possibility there to advance to Super Bowl 53. That's Cowboys and Eagles. Check something real quick. I want to look at that Eagles-Saints game because the Saints demolished the Eagles earlier this year. Saints are at 8 playoff wins. 19's the 8th prime. Saints 19. We're in 2019. Let's see this here. So they played on the 322nd day of the year, week 11. And the Saints beat them by 41 points. 41 the 13th prime. Just see how that lines up. To January 20th, 2019. Oh, whoops, I put in the wrong day. It's 8 weeks later. 8 has that Gematria connecting to 49. 19's the 8th prime. Saints at 8 playoff wins. And they could get their 9th as well. Drew Brees, number 9, 99th NFL season. 9's been a big number this year. Brees' next playoff win is number 8. 19, the 8th prime. All All right, let me come out to the chat, see what you guys are thinking. Yeah, Dave, I know. I'm thinking about the same thing, how it was Wentz and now it's Foles magic. Right. You're right. It is a whole new ball game, and that's the way they set up the bettors too. Because people are thinking, man, how could they come back after a 41-point loss? I don't disagree with you, man. Dak could play his 53rd game in Super Bowl 53. That is interesting. You guys just remember, tonight we're having a discussion. We're going to let it marinate on our brains, see if anything comes to us. After we're done with this discussion, I'm going to look at the owners real hard. I'm starting to think maybe the owners really matter in the playoffs. They're not so helpful in the regular season. However, Jerry Jones, I noticed everything that lined up with Jerry Jones this year went in the Cowboys' favor, and Jerry Jones has an amazing alignment this weekend. Eagles can remain on 23 playoff wins. Yeah, I was looking at the Hebrew calendar. So the games that are on January 12th are on the 6th of Shavat, and the games on January 13th are on the 7th. And I was just thinking about the 6s and 7s. Nothing really jumped out at me yet. Let's see. We got a caller here. I think this might be Martin Brown. Hello?
Hello?
Is this Martin?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Is this Zach?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, okay. My fault. I was watching the screen and I didn't see it come up. But no, so I didn't catch the beginning of your show. I mean, but who are you leaning towards in the Saints game? Because I feel like Eagles are going to lose only for the fact that this is the Saints' 19th home game in the series. You know how 19 is the 8th prime, and Drew Brees can get his 8th playoff win.
19 to 8th prime, and 8 weeks after the last match.
Exactly, yeah. So can Sean Payton, he can get his 8th win as well in the season. And then Eagles can get their 8th loss on the season, if that makes sense. All in the 19th. And right now, if you go to MQ and look at Eagles' playoff record, they're sitting on 19 wins right now. And they're playing the Saints. So they could stay on 19 wins against the Saints.
Oh, 19 wins in the modern era?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that does play. And that could have helped us last week, too, when they were playing the Bears. Like they were already on 18 wins against the Bears. So, I was looking at it differently. I wasn't using all MQ last week when I was decoding the game.
Let's see. I'm checking this out there.
Yeah, go to series records right there. Series records, good. Yeah, okay, that works too. But yeah, they should be on.
But it looks like here it's got them at 18 wins and 20 losses.
Okay. No, okay, go to the very top, and then go to series records. You see where the series records, click that, and then it'll say NFL, then you click NFL, then go to the team, you look all the way towards the right, and you'll see it. Yeah, okay, so find the Eagles.
Yeah, this is it. So it says that in the modern era, the Eagles are 8-10 at the Saints. They could be stopped at 8. And in the playoffs, they're 1-2 against them.
So do you see what it says, I was looking at it not too long ago, and it showed that it had Eagles on 19 wins. I could be mistaken, and it could be a different team, but I'm almost certain it was the Eagles.
Well, I don't know. It's what it's showing right now. I'm looking at it, so.
Yeah, let me call you right back and just find it myself, because I could have been talking about the Dallas game, but I'm gonna hit you right back, all right?
All right, man.
All right.
Okay, so the narratives are tight this week. They are tight. themes that we've talked about, though, all year. Battle of New Orleans, 99. Drew Brees could get, what was it? Or the Saints could get their 9th playoff win for number 9 in the 99th season. Or they could stay on 8 in 2019. With regards to the 26 being on the board again, the difference between this week and last week is it's not 351 days after Nick Foles' birthday. Again, 351 is the 26th triangular number. Powerful combo. It's just like how the Falcons were at 351 franchise wins to start the season when they lost to the Eagles in the 26 ritual in the first game of the season. All right, what's up, Martin?
All right, so I posted it in the chat. Click that link I just posted in the chat, and you'll see it. And it'll show you that Eagles are on 19 playoff wins right now.
Okay, Philadelphia Eagles. That's interesting. All right.
You see it though, right? At the very bottom, it says 19 playoff wins.
Right, 19 and 20.
Yep.
Okay.
So I know it wasn't tripping, but I knew they had 19 something. So.
Okay, yeah, that's a good observation. So that's for the modern era.
Yep. And, 19 plus 20 is what, 39? So this would be the 40th game.
And Drew Brees just turned 40. Drew Brees just turned 40 years old.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I do like the Saints. But, like I said, that 49 does scare me with the Drew Brees and everything. So, oh, he did. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. That's perfect then, with the Drew Brees turning 4 years old. So, well, that's the observation I found in the Eagles and Saints game. This was one of the toughest games this week. But I do think the Rams win, too. I also think I like all the favorites. I wasn't sure if your stats were correct in the Chiefs and Colts game. Are you positive that Andy Reid is on 66 wins right now? Because I went to Football Reference. I know you said don't go there as much. And I saw he was on 65, but then I went to Football Database and he said he had 66.
That's because that's counting. That's all time. That's counting his playoff win because he has one win with the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense. Okay, then that's really like I don't know because I still like the Chiefs to win. Because you know how you said we should use that Hebrew calendar, because it has a lot of relevance. So if you do that right, if you do it for the date that the Colts and Chiefs are playing on, I believe the 12th turns into the 6th.
It is the 6th.
And right now, the Chiefs are on a 6-game losing streak at home in Arrowhead in the playoffs. Back all the way dating back to 1994.
25 years ago, right.
1995. Say that again?
25 years ago, and the game's on a date with 25 numerology.
And it's also going to be Andy Reid's 25th playoff game. And it's 97th all-time game, which is the 25th prime number. So 97 with 25 again. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Say that again.
I don't know about it being his 97th game. I don't know how you got that, but the rest of it is making
Football Reference. I was going off of Football Reference. I went to Football Reference, and I saw that he said it was his 97th total game. Like how you did for
I know what you did. You just counted the regular season games and then added +1 to his playoffs. Because Pro Football Reference has 96 regular season games, but you got to add the playoffs over here too.
Gotcha. Okay, so so do you know if that's going to be his 25th playoff game, or is that's inaccurate too? Did you see where it says 24 right there?
Say it
right
again.
There at the top, it says 24 for his playoff game. Right at it.
Yeah. So this will be his 25th playoff game all time. You're right about that.
Okay, so I just had to make sure about that. So like I said, I do like the Chiefs. And I do believe. I could be mistaken, but I think Andy Reid against wild card opponents, I think he's 4-0. I saw a stat like that. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it again for you. But if he's 4-0 against wild card teams, not saying wild card games, but I'm saying wild card teams, he can get his 50. That's gonna also look like
5-0, right? Chiefs 50.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And if you do a little bit of foreshadowing, which I really don't like doing too much, but if you notice if the Chiefs do win, and they play the Patriots, and then like the Patriots win, they'll play the Patriots next weekend. The last time the Chiefs and the Patriots played will be a span of 99.
Right. You just got here. That's what we talked about earlier. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a big thing we like for the Chiefs and Patriots, the 99 thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, then.
All right, man.
One more thing. The Chiefs owner, he has 98 wins right now too, so he can get his 99 when they play the Patriots, which is New England Eagles 99. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you saw that either. Like Clark Hunt, if you type his record up, he has 98 losses right now, so he gets his 99 in this season. So
who can get the 99th loss?
Clark Hunt, the owner.
Okay.
Yeah, and that being spending 99 days from the last time to play, so I thought that made kind of perfect sense for the Chiefs to win. Another reason why.
Okay, great observation.
Yep, no problem. All right, I'll hit you with anything.
All right, take care, man.
Yep.
All right, so again, the big thing with the Colts and Chiefs game, the two biggest things for both teams. The Colts thing is if Luck wins, he'd become 5-3 in the playoffs. And there is something juicy to that. That said, if he lost, let's just say he lost, right? I've been thinking that next year is going to be Andrew Luck's year. Colts doing something and going to Miami. If Luck lost this year, he'd become 4-4 in the playoffs. And next year, when he started the playoffs, in his first game in the playoffs, he could become 5-4 on the way to Super Bowl 54. So it could be about a narrative for next season. And I've had some chips on the Colts in Super Bowl 54 going back even before Super Bowl 52 was played. There was some big riddle. I got to go back and look at it. But there was something that I saw along the way. I was like, that seems like it's pointing right at Super Bowl 54. I need to go back and find the post, but I remember writing about it more than a year ago. It might have even been the day they were putting up. I don't know what Super Bowl 54 is off the top of my head, but there was just some riddle with Andrew Luck that lined up in days to Super Bowl 54, and then the history with the Miami Seahawks and the Colts. But if Luck lost, he'd be 4-4, meaning next year in the playoffs, his first win would put him at 5-4. And the thing again with the Chiefs and Patriots is the 99 thing. They played on Sunday Night Football 99, a span of 99 days before the AFC Championship. You had Chris Collinsworth foreshadowing this game early in the season on Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football equals 99. New England 99. Arrowhead Stadium 99. Patrick Mahomes Jr. 99. That is just a lot of 99 in the 99th NFL season. So notice the Chiefs can also get their 13th win on this date with 13 numerology, and they'd get it over Luck. Luck's 233, the 13th Fibonacci in Jewish Gematria. So I'm going to think on this some more. I'm going to look at the owners. I'm going to look at the owners real thoroughly. We'll come back and do the discussion tomorrow night. I'll have my final thoughts on the teams that I picked, and we can discuss it. Hopefully not spend too much time at it, but just get our best thoughts out there, be organized, not argue, and try to nail it this weekend. But those are the two big riddles there with the Colts and Chiefs to really marinate on. And maybe there's something with the owners that can really tip us. A lot of the other stats are iffy. Andy Reid is at 66 wins, but the game is a span of 67 days from his upcoming birthday. He could potentially get his 67th win, the 19th prime. And wouldn't that be perfect for Reid to get his 67th win and then not win anymore in 2019? I mean, there's rhyme and reason to that. So, Cowboys-Rams. Cowboys-Rams. The big thing here is there's a lot of 16s on the board. Dak can get his 16th away win. Goff can get his 16th loss. Jerry Jones can get his 16th playoff win. We have 16 date numerology. 53 is the 16th prime. Cowboys would get their 12th win of the season, counting the playoffs, in Los Angeles. Los Angeles 37, the 12th prime. The Rams could also get their 14th win. Dallas equals 41. Reflection of 14. But there really are a lot of, I mean, 16 seems to be the most significant number in light of 53 being the 16th prime. And the way those 16s line up seems favorable for a Dallas upset. Jerry Jones, this game's 13 weeks after his birthday, and again, he can get his 16th playoff win. He could also theoretically get his 12th loss in Los Angeles. Los Angeles 37-12 prime. Chargers Patriots. The big thing here is Tom Brady, his next home win is his 137th. Chargers equals 137. Perfect team to get that 137th home win over. And Phillip Rivers is 1-7 against the Patriots. With a loss, he becomes 1-8, a bit like 18. New England equals 171, the 18th triangular. Again, Belichick can get his 6th championship at age 66, which is what we've been talking about since before Nick Saban even did it last year. And in the 2006-2007 NFL playoffs, we had this same playoff matchup in this same divisional round, and the Patriots emerged victorious. The game was in San Diego, though. The Patriots won on the road. And then Eagles-Saints. This game might end up being You know, we've had some coals in the irons with the Saints since before the season began with the Battle of New Orleans. Still seems like the strongest riddle this year. But the thing is, with it being the flag and the national anthem, you know, the Eagles, I mean, they do fit into that narrative too. The Eagles just knocked off the Bears. If they beat the Saints too, then they beat the Mike Ditka teams. They beat the Bears and the Saints. The date numerology scares me about the Eagles because those are their numbers on the board that we've seen again and again, including last week. So I think we got to look at the owners here. There's some riddles that could definitely go either way. The modern era thing was interesting about the Eagles having 19 wins in the modern era of the playoffs. Here we are in 2019. Could be a good place to stop. Saints 19. So Breeze could get his 7th win against Philly. On the Hebrew calendar, it is the 7th of Shavat. So it's the January 3rd, 13th game. So it's the 7th of Shavat here. Yeah, I'm hoping the owners have a big juicy clue. And but just for right now, if you guys just want to hear who I'm leaning towards, I'm filling the Chiefs and Patriots in the AFC because of the 99 thing. And then Andrew Luck becoming 4-4, it would set him up for next season. Because just imagine if he wins, he's 5-3. You know, I think there's reason to believe that Andrew Luck and the Colts are going to have even better year than next year than this year, right? I mean, you see how the narrative set up. They got off to a terrible start. Andrew Luck's shaking off the rust. The Colts have been one of the hottest teams in the league. You know, they're in position to do damage next year. So next year he could start off the playoffs with the first win. Boom, 5-4, heading for Super Bowl 54. Symbolic. And then this Cowboys-Rams thing, right now I'm sniffing the Cowboys upset, the 16s. Jonathan's phoning in. What's up, Jonathan?
Hey, Zach.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to mention that Reggie Wayne, which was an all-pro receiver for the Colts, is 40 years old right now. He'll turn 41 on November 17th of this year. Edgerrin James, which is another all-time running back for the Colts. His career started in '99. He's also going to turn 41 in August. And, you know, kind of like what I was saying last night, it's like football is about speed, it's about who's the fastest. So, okay, remember what I was saying last night. The biggest slave revolt in U.S. history ended in New Orleans.
Right.
The War of 1812 ended in New Orleans.
Right.
So, who has the best slaves, let's say, so to speak? Who has the best athletes on the field? You can make an argument for the Chiefs, but really it's the Saints as far as anybody around Drew Brees. Kamara, Mark Ingram, you know, the receivers, you know, they have a lot of talent. They have a lot of fast people out on that field.
Right.
So it's like, okay, so these are let's say where you're on a football field, they say they're getting paid all this money, which I don't believe, you know, but who knows, right? I just don't believe it. So you're on this field. This is all about 1812 and 1811. So, but then when you get to the Super Bowl, then you lose to the master. Who's the master? Tom Brady, the Patriot, the All-American, terrific Tom, Bill Belichick, the genius, you know, the all-time coach that is smarter than Vince Lombardi.
Well, don't forget who financed the slave trade, and what's his face just got the Nobel Jewish Prize or whatever it is. So.
Oh, right. Oh, that's another thing. Jewish Nobel Prize equals 83.
Huh. Of course it does. Football.
Yeah, and 88.
Interesting.
So the way I'm seeing it is like, you know, you gotta. It's one more year for Brady. You know, he wins it, he retires. Then now you enter after next year. This year coming up, this is when you enter the Andrew Luck season. You know, and I really thought it was interesting that the Colts have won all of their Super Bowls in Miami. One in '71 and one in '07, which he told me about last night. Right. And so the Super Bowl next year is in Miami. And, you know, it's funny. Look at Frank Gore, right? Like, his career lasted, like, forever for a running back.
Well, what else is interesting about Frank Gore is they thought he wasn't going to last at all because of all of his knee surgeries in college in Miami.
Exactly. But guess who's the #1 running back all time in high school history in Miami-Dade County? It's Frank Gore.
Huh.
The number one running back in high school. Then, you know, they try to say he had all these knee problems, but yet he was the most durable running back of all time. You know, like once he made it to the league, and he played a long time with the Colts. It's funny how he ended his career in Miami, you know? Like, what are the odds of that? Like, the best high school running back, he made his mark at UM, and then he ends his career with the Dolphins. Like, what are the chances? You know, he just passed Barry Sanders in a record for yardage.
Huh.
Yeah. And remember how we used to see Barry Sanders, he was just like the most awesome running back of all time. You know, but imagine if he would have played the amount of years that Gore played. It would have been crazy because he only played 9 seasons.
Right. Right.
Gore played almost 20 just to now just pass Barry Sanders.
That is crazy. Yeah. Gore's played a lot of seasons since, like, he's been done for, really. He just keeps playing.
Right. And then you saw in the Super Bowl, with the Harbaugh Bowl, 49ers against the Ravens, he was just running it down the Ravens' throat. And then they get to the end where they can win the game, you know, after the, what was it, a 33-minute blackout?
Right, right.
Yeah, after the blackout at halftime or whatever, they're just running it down their throat. They're coming back with this miraculous comeback. They're giving the ball to Gore. He's running it for 10 yards every time down the field. And so they get all the way to the end, and then all of a sudden they decide to throw it 4 times in a row with Kaepernick. I'm like, wait a minute, if I'm getting 10 yards of carry with Gore, you know, one of the best running backs of all time, why am I all of a sudden throwing it when the game's on the line? You know what I'm saying?
It was just like it was the preview to the Seahawks Patriots ending at the goal line too. So.
Right. Yeah. But that's when they made it real obvious.
Hey, while you're talking about this, people made a really good observation in the chat. The War of 1812 began in 1812. It ended in 1815. And the Chiefs and the Patriots, if they faced each other, where is it again? So the Chiefs lead the Patriots in the win and loss column 18-14. If the Chiefs lost to the Patriots, they'd be 18-15, like the year the War of 1812 ended with the Battle of New Orleans. And the Cowboys and the Saints, the Saints are 12-17 against the Cowboys. If they lost to the Cowboys, they would. The Cowboys could theoretically be 18-12 against the Saints. It's hard to imagine the Cowboys winning though. Then you wouldn't get the Saints-Patriots Super Bowl. Huh. That is interesting though.
Dak is a bum. It's like
he really is. That's why it's so hard for me to imagine the Cowboys winning against the Rams. But it's God, when it's all scripted, it doesn't matter. But God, Dak Prescott sucks. So.
Exactly, and listen to that name too. It's just like he's not accurate. He can barely throw the ball. I don't see it. And it's so well. Like my thing is like, okay, so now the biggest labor vote in history started about 40 miles away from New Orleans. Drew Brees is 40. They say between 40 and 41. Drew Brees is 40. Tom Brady's 41.
And remember, United States is 40. U.S. is 40. USA is 41. And then the United States of America is 99. So you could have the 40 versus the 41-year-old as the tribute.
And then where would all this be happening? On the 33rd parallel in Atlanta.
Right.
Because what I'm saying about the 33rd parallel in Atlanta. It was something else about the 33rd parallel too. Hold on, I gotta look for it.
Something interesting to look up might be to how many times a team has played in a Super Bowl that was hosted by a team from their division, because that would be the case if the Saints played. Saints and Falcons both in the NFC South. Wonder if there's a stat out there on that.
Interesting. I'm gonna look that up. And so, what do you think about? Okay, now Bruce Arians is the coach of Tampa Bay now. You heard about that?
Oh, okay. They just hired him. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they hired him. So it's funny. It's like Arians, like Bruce Arians, come and fix the black quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, like
right.
like the Aryan Nation, come and fix come and fix this N-word.
Right. Right. Well, yeah, because Winston's probably one of the most shamed athletes in the league right now. So.
Right. But watch next year. He'll have a miraculous season thanks to Arians.
Right.
He'll get all the credit.
Yeah.
And it's funny, he's 66 too.
Interesting. All right, man.
But, I just wanted to throw that in there, yeah.
Yeah, they're good thoughts. I think just see what else is in the chat and then wrap it up for tonight. I'm gonna do a little more thinking and decoding and come back with some clinchers. I mean, I'm already leaning certain ways. The game I'm most torn on is the Eagles Saints, even though I think the Saints will take it. I'm just scared a little bit because, God, the Eagles numbers are on the date numerology again. It's like, man, the Eagles don't normally lose when those numbers are on the board. So, but because it's just like, man, could the Eagles' riddle be to go over the Ditka teams? But I mean, it's been battle in New Orleans all year and tributes all season. It's hard to go against that. It's just I wish the date numerology was something different. But it'll probably still be the Saints. So we'll see. See if I can figure it out with the owners.
Right.
All right, Jonathan. Have a good night, man.
All right. Peace.
See you. Dave's feeling the Eagles. All right, hold up. Martin's calling back. What's up, Martin?
Yeah, so I got a few more stats before you leave that you can add to your Decode. But so right now Andy Reid is 20-3, including the playoff games following a bye. So you can use that stat 20-3. I'm not sure how that'll help in the game so much, but give me a second. Let me turn my volume down really quick. But yeah, so and another stat is Dallas are 0-5 in divisional rounds since winning the Super Bowl. They're 0-5. So I think they could get a win because Texas equals 15 and Rams equals 15.
Right.
But moving on to the Chargers game. Chargers are 1-11 on the road versus New England since 1973, including the playoffs. So they could lose to be 1-12, like Super Bowl. But I mean, or they could win and be 2-11. I'm not sure if that has any relevance.
Wait, if the Chargers lost, they'd be 1-12?
Yeah, if they lost, they'd be 1-12. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's very likely. Because I mean, I don't see how Tom Brady doesn't get his 137th home win. So.
Exactly, because 137 is the 33rd prime too, and if you use the date from the Chargers owner, from his birthday to this game is I think 33 weeks. So that's another 33, But with that being said, but then for the Eagles and Saints game, the Saints are 5-0 in home playoff games since 2006. So I mean, I didn't know what I could use the 5-0 with that in this game. Either 5-1 or 6-0. I really couldn't find anything else. But those are the stats I think you should add to your Decode. So
okay, well we're going to be back tomorrow night. So we'll talk about it one more time and we'll try to nail it down and have a perfect weekend here. So that's the goal.
Gotcha.
All right, man. Have a good night. Thanks, Martin.
Yep.
Jeremy pointed out, he says, did you check the NBA matchups for this weekend? Last week, the 76ers and Mavericks played each other, representing Dallas and Philly winning in football. And they did both win last week. So, yeah, that was another thought I was having, Jeremy. Something I was planning on doing tonight was just looking at the basketball games again and just see if there's anything there. So we see how those riddles happen. Yeah, the 1-5 in the divisional round, it is a good thought there. The Eagles owner could pick up his 239th win in the conference championship. That's something else. That's the flag. Flag at 239 Arch Street, the 52nd prime. Hello?
Zach, does the term, if you could look up different team as far as the Eagles and the Saints game is concerned, there was a headline that says Eagles coming in with a different team. Different team was emphasized in quotes, single quotes. Does that match up to anything you've been talking about?
So what's the headline again? So I understand different teams.
Different team.
I understand that's emphasized, but what's the headline about?
That the Eagles are coming into the Saints game with a different team after that 48-7 loss.
Okay, so
different team is headline.
I see the 63. I think maybe Fly Eagles Fly has a connection to that. Fly Eagles Fly. Let me see. If you use the rule for S, Fly Eagles Fly is 63. Different team. Just trying to think about these other numbers that are popping up here. 63 is the number we're watching for Tom Brady. He has a chance to become 6-3 in Super Bowls.
Against the Eagles, maybe?
It would be a rematch again. And, I mean, in a way, that narrative makes sense just because it's about the flag and national anthem again. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the owners here and see if there's any big clues with the owners. Just try to turn over a few more things, and then I'll look more at these modern era stats too and see if there's a clue there. So
okay, I thought maybe that headline may say something, but all right, thanks, Zach.
Who published that?
ESPN.
Okay, thanks, man.
Bye.
All right, take care. Just look at the article real quick, see if there's anything else there. Eagles, different team, ESPN. Okay. It's 8 weeks later. Again, 19's the 8th prime. 19, the 8th prime. 8 weeks since they last played. Maybe we should look at Malcolm Jenkins since he's played for both teams. Here, let's just see how Malcolm Jenkins' birthday lines up. He could be a clue. Again, he played for both of these teams. December 20th. So the game is 24, a span of 25 days after his birthday. Born in 87, Philadelphia Eagles 87. All right, so Sports Gematria found a good observation. He pointed out that New Orleans is also 126. And good job. Yeah, New Orleans also 126. Good job. Peyton going for his 126th win, too. Great job, Sports Gematria. '76ers host Atlanta tomorrow. So just like how the season began with Philadelphia and Atlanta. September 6th. And that was the 26th of Elul, a date with 26 numerology. Colts are playing on 1/12, and Andrew Luck does equal 112, but don't forget Chiefs equals 112 too. Chiefs is also 112. What's up, Martin?
I put it in the chat, but I wasn't sure you were going to see it before you logged off. But look, I said right now the Eagles are on 226 away losses. If they lose, they'll pick up a 227th New Orleans, Louisiana equals 227.
Yeah, that's right. It does.
49th prime number.
Yep, you're right about that.
So I thought that'd be a good stat too.
Yeah, that's a good observation.
Yep, no problem.
All right, Martin, thanks. So just in case you guys didn't hear that, New Orleans, Louisiana is 227, and he's pointing out that the Eagles could get a 227 in the loss column, the way the stats line up. Dave writes, the Eagles will be the only team in the playoffs that would have to beat teams they lost to in the regular season while Wentz was QB. That's interesting. Yeah, the numerology is 63 is 9. Drew Brees. Saints going for their 9th playoff win in the 99th NFL season. We've seen a lot of 9 and 99 with the Saints this year. All right, you guys, let's wrap it up for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, Friday, 6 p.m., the same time. I think we're all leaning certain ways. Just see if there's any stones we forgot to overturn. Have a night to think on it, and hopefully nail it this weekend. So, Eagles remain on 190 away losses for now. Remember, 19 and 190 have a relationship. 190 is the 19th triangular. Stevie, we're going to put out the picks officially tomorrow before the games. Tonight, we just wanted to have a conversation, see where we're at. There's a few other stats I want to look at. I'm starting to think the owners might be a big clue here in the playoffs. So, Devin says it comes 1 month and 26 days after their last meeting. Oh, hey, let's look at this. The Saints Cowboys. Here, before we go, I just want to look at this real quick. I want to look at the last time they played in the regular season where the Cowboys ended the win streak at 10 on I believe it was November 29th. Saints went down with 10 points. I want to check how many days it would be. I think it might actually be a span of 53 days from this game. I just want to see if that's true. November 29th. November 29th, 2018 to 120. Oh, somebody's calling. There's a span of 53 days. Hello?
Sorry, I got one more headline for you.
Okay.
It says, Colts Marlon Mack delivers body blows. Body blows is in quotes, to wear down competition. It has a 117, 36, 126, and 45.
So another 126. Both headlines had the 126, and it was pointed out that New Orleans is 126, and Sean Payton's next wins is 126.
But this is talking about the Colts.
Oh. Okay. Different
It says
teams.
Colts Marlon Mack delivers body blows to wear down competition.
Interesting that number comes up again. Say the numbers again one more time.
117, 36, 126, and 45.
Well, 117 and 45 have the 13 connection. Marlon Mack is a name with MM13 initials. Chiefs are going for their 13th win of the season. Yeah, I'll take a look at that headline and see if I get anything else. So,
if you keep scrolling down the homepage and on the NFL section, I mean, you see quotes for every one of the games. Like there's a quote by Gronk that says, "No room for excuses."
See that?
For the Patriots.
Okay.
So I mean, it's good to look at, no? You know, I mean.
Sure, they are clues. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think some. Oh, here's one that says upset brewing in Gillette.
Upset.
Woodson said that upset brewing in Gillette, and Gillette is 2 L's and 2 T's.
Okay. Yeah, Gillette Stadium. So all that's emphasized is the Gillette or the upset in Gillette?
No, upset brewing in Gillette. All 4 words.
Upset brewing in Gillette. There's a 3-2-2 in that one. No, funny.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look at the headlines and see if anything jumps out. I'll be paying attention to this stuff all tomorrow and just see if there's anything or any stories that emerge between now and tomorrow. But just another thing to think about with the headlines is we've talked about how in recent years they've been throwing these things out there that seemingly almost seem like they're trying to trap us. But with regards to the Eagles, like, for example, there's that recent story about the Meek Mill album, which is synced up with the Super Bowl. So anyway, he's the big Philadelphia Eagles fan. So
okay, all right. I just thought you should take a look at him. I know you will anyway. So
all right,
thanks.
man. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Sleep on it. I'm going to decode a few more things, come back with some more notes tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. We'll come back at the same time. Just read over your guys' notes here. The weather, yeah, we had the weather last week for the Colts game too. We can take a peek at what they have listed for the temperatures for these games. See if they're giving us any numbers. What's up, Michael?
Hey, Zach. How's it going, man?
Another day in paradise. What's up?
Hey, I just wanted to. You were talking about for the Colts for next year about for the Super Bowl,
right?
And well, this is 67 season, right?
Right.
And 67 is the 19th prime,
right?
And Indiana is also the 19th state as well.
Aha.
I just wanted to point that out. I didn't know if you noticed that.
I did not. That's a good observation.
But that's all I had, though.
All right. Appreciate it, Michael. Great thought.
Thank you, Zach.
All right. Take care, man.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, I'm going to go through my blog. There's so many posts on Andrew Luck. It's probably going to be hard to find it. I know I did something more than a year ago on Andrew Luck and Super Bowl 54. There was some story that came up, and I'm going to have to go find it. Yeah. There's so many football posts on my blog. It's hard to find stuff. Oh, yeah, we were looking at those temperatures. They didn't have a temperature for the Cowboys-Rams game yet. It's not up there. 38 for the Colts and Chiefs. See if tomorrow they got some updates. But, yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Be back tomorrow at the same time. I'll have my teams that I'm feeling good about in mind, and we'll have a nice discussion and see if we pull up any more gems. All right, you guys, have a good evening. Appreciate everyone who helped out with the discussion. Again, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, and come with your best thoughts. So, take care, everybody.